Go ahead.
That was wow.
So, Microsoft's conference. I'd say that the
Yeah.
theme this year was play anywhere, because practically every game they showed off at the presentation had their brand new system called Xbox Play Anywhere on it, which
Hmm.
allowed for anybody who owned a digital copy of the game to play it and to buy it once and be able to play it on either Xbox One or Windows 10 with crossplay and cross saving available for the games supported. That is a huge deal in current gaming because um, right now all we have is remote play. Right now, through Smart
Crossplay.
Glass, yeah, we have remote play for Xbox One and PS4 right now, using Windows 10, which is a big deal in itself. But to have crossplay is an even bigger deal.
I mean, it's a big deal for Xbox, but we've seen like some like small steps for that on other consoles, more
Yeah,
specifically PlayStation consoles. But it's not as big as this. Let me tweet out about the pre-show. I mean the post-show before we start doing
hmm
that. Hmm.
content isn't available. I'm guessing that the reveal of Halo Wars open beta is crashing the Xbox store. I'm trying to download it like right now. Yeah, the Halo Wars beta reveal crashed Xbox store. Like I can't get on right now. That is insane. Yeah. Also, we did get an early note as well that Stardew Valley is coming to consoles very soon. Stardew Valley is a really good uh, game developed by one person over 4 years, and it looks like it's coming to Xbox One, PS4, and Wii U.
Hmm. Let's see.
So
All
that's really
right.
exciting because Stardew Valley is probably one of my favorite games I started playing this year. It's coming out for consoles very soon too. It says it's coming out quarter 4 of this year, so you should expect it this holiday.
All
And
right.
and of course, everyone wants a Vita or 3DS version. Everyone wants a Vita
Hmm.
or 3DS port of Stardew Valley.
Just put it on Vita. Vita's fine. All we need is Vita.
Ports take
Um,
longer. Ports take longer.
yep.
But yes.
They sure do. All right. So, do you want to start it now? Or
Yep.
you're gonna record this separately?
Yep.
All right.
Uh,
I'll start it.
Go ahead.
Let me get the thing. Okay. Hey guys. So we just finished watching the Xbox E3 2016 press conference, and now we're about to do the post show. So let's talk about everything that they announced. So the conference started with the Xbox One S.
Mm-hmm.
They announced it, officially announced it. We knew about it because it leaked yesterday. So it comes with a new controller, and then the console is like super small compared to the
It's
original
it's forty
Xbox One.
percent smaller, and
Yeah,
it's
but
basically
the
like the
Xbox
complete opposite of what the DS
Xbox,
of what the DSs did. Like
yeah.
the Nintendo 3DS and Nintendo DSi XL.
So
Both of those were like 20% larger.
it'll probably be the size of probably a bit bigger than a Wii U, because the Wii U is pretty small.
No, it shouldn't be. It said 40% smaller, so I think it's probably more of the scale of a PS4.
PS4, really? Oh well, the Xbox One
Because
is
the Xbox
huge.
One is a brick.
Yeah. So oh yeah, speaking of bricks, the Xbox One S will have the power brick inside.
Oh yeah, the
So
power supply, yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's
So
that's that's a big deal, yeah, because
yeah,
the power supply is really a nuisance.
yeah, it is. I have it behind my TV because
Yeah,
I can't put
I
it
have it
anywhere.
behind my Xbox One because I have no room for it.
So this Xbox One will start at
299.
$299.99, and there's a system, one of those systems that comes with a 2 terabyte hard drive. It will be able to stream 4K video and Blu-ray with Blu-ray support as well. And did they give a release date, right? It's September,
Yeah,
right?
September this year.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's up on Amazon if you want to pre-order it. The cheapest one is $299.99, and it's the 500 gigabyte one. Um, so after that, they uh, they announced or revealed Xbox Play Anywhere. So that's their equivalent of cross cross buy.
Cross buy, yeah.
Yeah. So
Essentially, if
if
you
you
buy the digital version of a game, then
just
you can,
digital,
yeah, just the digital version.
mm,
If you can play it on either Xbox One or Windows 10,
Windows
and
10.
your saves will be cross console, so you'll be able to play your save
Yeah.
between consoles with ease. Um, and you will be able to. You only need to buy the game once, and
Mhm.
that's a big deal because they also revealed that both versions will be crossplay, so you can play with people who have the Windows 10 version on the Xbox One, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Which they
Mhm.
showed off with Forza Horizon 3.
Mhm.
Uh,
And then they weren't kidding about this because most of the games that they announced have that.
yeah, Play Anywhere was announced for a lot of the titles
Yeah.
that they showed off.
All
It was like the
yeah
theme
every
this year.
yeah every time before they announce something, they would say
Yeah,
Xbox and Xbox Play Anywhere exclusive,
yeah,
Windows 10 exclusive.
it's pretty exciting
Yeah.
because
Um.
this is something that I've wanted for years to have games be playable and to have people be able to play it without restriction of consoles.
Mhm.
This is
Well, that
something
was
that
their
I
whole
hope is
theme with this
pushed.
too.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
something I hope is pushed more with
Mhm.
every gaming console is that you can play with anyone regardless of what console they're playing on.
Yeah. And like you said, they moved on to Forza
Yeah.
Horizon
Forza
3.
Horizon 3 looks fantastic.
Yeah, looks really nice. Then they talked about Gears of War.
Gears of War 4, yep.
Yeah, yeah, it looks awesome as well.
Yeah, they did show off some co-op play with Laura Bailey, one of the voice actors, or one of the voices of one of the characters in the game. Laura
Mhm.
Bailey being a very prominent female voice actor.
Yeah,
But
known
yeah,
for
Laura
Beast and
Bailey,
Persona.
yep, Risa in Persona 4. But yeah, the co-op looks fun. I mean, I expect it to be just like Gears of War co-op. But they did say that there would be crossplay between the Xbox One and Windows 10 versions for the co-op campaign, the co-op multiplayer, and the all-new Horde mode that they're working on for Gears 4, Horde 3.0,
Mhm.
which is pretty exciting. We don't know a whole lot about Horde mode 3 yet, but we will see it in time, I suppose. But
Yeah.
yeah, having crossplay for games like this is always a happy sight for me to see because uh, I want to share gaming experiences with everyone, regardless of console. So this is a
Mhm.
big deal for me that Play Anywhere exists, and it's being so, and they're being so forward with it. Like they want it to be a constant from here on.
Yeah. And then after that, they moved to Instinct, where they revealed a new character, and that's General Ram from Gears.
Yeah, Gears of War 2 in particular, or Gears of War 3. Yeah, I think it was Gears 2 that had the General Ram DLC. So
Mhm.
that is pretty
Um,
exciting.
yeah, and it's gonna be free to try out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
for a
the
week,
week.
right?
Yeah, for the week.
Yeah, this week.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then they showed off footage of Recore. That's a game they announced last year.
Yeah, and we finally saw some gameplay.
Yeah, it looks really nice. I'm excited for that game now. I mean, I like the trailer they announced last year, but now that we saw uh, actual gameplay, it made me more excited for it. Then they had their indie sizzle reel
Yep.
where they focused on two games. One of them is Inside. That's the game from
The creators
devs
of
that
Limbo.
made Limbo.
Yep.
Yeah, and speaking of Limbo, Limbo is currently free for Xbox One. So if you have an Xbox One, you can download Limbo and try it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was the other indie game that they focused on? I'm blanking out on the name.
They also brought out one of the
Happy.
people from CD Projekt Red,
No,
the developers of The
the
Witcher.
other. No, the other indie game.
Other indie game.
Yeah, the one that's going to take advantage of that feature where you buy the game while it's in development and then give it feedback.
Oh, they
to
talked
the
about
devs.
Ark Survival Evolved. And We Happy Few.
That one.
Yeah, We Happy Few.
Yeah, that's the one that's going to take advantage of that, and that.
We Happy Few has been drastically improving since I last saw it. Turns out that Jim Sterling is actually voicing a character has a voice in that game. So I'm interested
Really?
in seeing how it goes. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
This was the very first time I've seen that game.
Yeah,
and
it looks great.
I'm excited. Yeah, it looks awesome. I might give that thing a shot. Like buy it when it comes out on June 26th, and then give feedback to the devs.
Yeah. It is one of those things. I do enjoy the fact that it's one of those early access kind of deals. That is another thing I'm kind of glad they're being more forward about, especially with Ark Survival Evolved, which is a very good survival open world game. It's a really good one, and I hope that it continues to improve over time.
Yeah.
But We Happy Few, I remember watching it originally, and it didn't even have the office scene or anything like this. Like, it was very bare bones when I first saw it. It was very alpha. This looks much more complete than what I saw years ago. So I'm very excited to see what's up next for it.
And yeah, like you said, they brought up CD Projekt Red,
The
where
developers
they
of The
revealed
Witcher 3 and
they revealed Gwent, the
Yes.
Witcher card game,
Yeah.
which leaked.
Yeah. I mean, we already knew from the beginning that they were going to be making Gwent a standalone because Gwent was such a substantial success. Like, people bought The Witcher 3 just to play Gwent. Like, people need to know that. People bought a $60 game retail to play just an optional card game. That is a big deal. Nobody bought Fallout New Vegas to play Courier or whatever it was called. Like, people bought The Witcher 3 just to play Gwent.
Yeah. And then after that, they announced Tekken 7.
Yeah, which I originally thought was Street Fighter X Tekken. But apparently that game will never come to light.
Then they moved on to Dead Rising 4, another game that leaked.
Yeah, Dead Rising 4 had GIFs and images leaked, but I think it was still just as nice to see gameplay of it in its trailer form, because the game looks like a lot of fun. It looks like it's returning to the ridiculousness that Dead Rising 2 was aiming for, because Dead Rising 3 was a bit too serious, with just a small amount of lightheartedness. I think returning to form with Dead Rising 4 will return it to what it was.
Yeah. And it takes place during Christmas. So.
Yeah, and you're also playing as Frank West, which was the main character of the first Dead Rising game. And a Dead Rising 2 DLC, and Dead Rising 2 Off the Record. So.
And it's coming out holiday 2016.
Very fitting, because we saw a lot of Christmas stuff.
Yeah. And then after that, they brought up Hideki Kamiya, and he talked about Scalebound.
Yeah, we finally got gameplay of Scalebound.
Finally, and it has a co-op.
Yeah, four-player co-op. Yeah,
looks awesome.
I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it yet, because I didn't get a very full grasp of what the gameplay feels like. I don't know if it's more action oriented or not. I couldn't really get a full grasp of it. Like, I don't know what the RPG based expansion is or anything, if there is any.
Yeah.
Regardless, wow, that was crazy to watch.
Yeah, I would say
I felt really bad. I felt really bad for the Final Fantasy 15 demo players. because
Oh
they
yeah, they talked
struggled
about
for
that.
2 minutes. They
Oh yeah,
struggled
they
for
showed
two
off
minutes during
gameplay
that,
for that too.
and
Mm,
all 4 of the players looked competent during the demo here. Like
mm,
they knew what
mm,
they were doing. They even did some intentional mistakes where they tried things that wouldn't work just to have flavor text or flavor speech going on.
mm.
It was overall really nice to watch. I especially liked when the character put on his headphones and then the bass dropped. Like I think that is full form Platinum humor right there. Like that is exactly
Yeah.
what we should expect from Platinum.
Mm, mm.
And I particularly liked seeing Kamiya show up on stage to show off the game himself. Like this seems like something he's very proud of.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
afraid to
interested in
ask
that
him on
game.
Twitter if he's proud of it.
Yeah, no, don't ask him anything.
Yeah,
He'll
he'll
block you.
he'll block me. Yeah,
Even if you have good intentions, just don't ask anything.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that game looks awesome. It's coming out next year.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so look forward to that. And that game is also part of Xbox Play
Yeah,
Anywhere.
Xbox Play Together. Yep, Play Anywhere.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Exciting,
And
exciting.
and then after that, they showed off Rare's new game, and
Sea of
that's
Thieves,
Sea of Thieves.
which we
And they
now
have,
which we now seem to understand is an open world MMO style world exploration pirate game, which I think is exciting.
yeah. Yeah, they showed off gameplay. They had some people play it.
Some people
Um,
that I've never seen before, so
Pre-
I can't
You,
tell if
you
they
were
were
saying that they
actors
were
or not.
YouTubers. I
They
don't know.
weren't YouTubers. I don't recognize any of them.
Yeah. Well, if they were YouTubers, they would have said that.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
were real
like put a,
players. Like they brought in people from the Sea of Thieves community to play it.
yeah, but they were too excited though for that.
They're actually showing off Record gameplay right now on the YouTube channel. So there's some
Yeah.
Record gameplay for you guys.
hmm
Looks
Oh yeah,
interesting.
and we forgot to talk about Minecraft.
Oh yeah, I didn't write an article about it because a lot of this stuff was common knowledge at this point. We already knew about the
Yeah.
friendly update.
Mhm.
We didn't know about the whole Realms crossplay though. We didn't know that you could
Yeah.
play it on Minecraft Pocket Edition with Xbox One and Windows 10. I hope this crossplay thing comes along with all the other versions because I think that would be a really awesome addition. But again,
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that really wants to have everyone play together regardless of console restrictions.
Mhm.
So that's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right, and then after Sea of Thieves, they moved on to State of Decay 2. They showed off a short trailer for it.
yeah, you if you've ever played State of Decay, you know what to expect with State of Decay 2, which I think was their point. They just wanted to show how different it looked.
Mhm.
They seem to imply that there would be co-op, which I don't remember if State
Yeah.
of Decay 1 had a co-op, but I think it's exciting nonetheless.
Yeah. I would say it's gonna have co-op. I mean, they're pushing this play anywhere thing.
For State of Decay.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
like we said,
Or
almost
not,
every
well,
game they showed off here was
has
Xbox Play
co-op.
Anywhere.
Yep. Yep. Because they wanted to show off that.
Yeah,
And then
I think
after
it was
that,
fantastic that they did too.
and then after that, they announced Halo Wars 2. So that's the RTS.
Which was kind of a surprise for me. Because I was only guessing because I didn't think that they would do another Halo Spartan Assault game, and it's way too early for them to do Halo 6. So Halo Wars is like their only logical option, but it's still surprising to see them make a Halo Wars 2. Because Halo Wars 1, even though it was well received by fans, it didn't sell well. But I mean, it's really nice to see it. And there's an open beta going on right now from today to the 20th that anyone with Xbox One can go on and get the open beta right now. So I'm going to download that once the Xbox store stops crashing.
Everyone wants to get on that. That's why. And then they closed off their conference with Project Scorpio, so it's real.
Yeah, Project
It's
Scorpio
real.
is a 4K console that will support VR. It has a bunch of technical doohickeys that they talked about, like 6 mega whatever, 6 tera whatever,
Eight
and
cores.
320.
Okay, so it's 8 cores, 6 teraflops, 320 gigabytes memory bandwidth, 4K VR gaming, backwards compatibility, and forwards compatibility, and it's coming out in 2017.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it's not a new. Well, it is a new console, but it's still part of the Xbox One family.
Yeah. It's gonna be. It's essentially outdated. It essentially already outdated the Xbox One S, which is kind of depressing because of that. But they did say that regardless of what Project Scorpio is, they're not leaving behind the Xbox One or Xbox One S. All consoles will be able to perform the same way. It's just that the Project Scorpio, the Xbox Scorpio, I'm gonna call it. It will be able to play VR games and play games at 4K resolutions, which probably means that the Xbox One console will have to play down-resed versions of those games,
Yeah. Um.
which I don't
Yeah.
mind really because I don't know, graphics don't really bother me as long as the performance is okay.
Mhm. Um. Yeah. So we were talking about how before we started the post show how um we could have waited a year or a couple of months, and then we could have bought the Xbox One S instead of the Xbox One that we have now. But I think it's better to wait for this.
Yeah, it's better
This
to
will
wait for the
play
Scorpio.
this will play all Xbox One games.
Yeah.
And apparently it will play. It will go backwards too.
Oh no,
Um,
this video is gonna get a copyright strike now. Mario Kart 8 just showed up on stream.
really?
Yeah, this might get a copyright strike now. Oh well, or content ID
Mm.
match rather. Anyways,
Oh, there it is.
yeah.
Sorry. Um,
Anyways, yeah.
yeah, but
I mean,
it's ambitious. It's really ambitious. For
yeah.
them.
Them saying that the previous consoles, the Xbox One and Xbox One S, won't get left behind when Project Scorpio
Yeah.
drops, is an extremely large mantle to keep. Like they could very easily take that back when they realize that the Scorpio is the better way to go.
Yeah, no, they'll
But
definitely do that.
if they
But
if they keep
that's
if they keep
that's
their
the
word
message
with
that
it,
they have to say right now.
if they keep their
Because
word with it, like if they keep their word with it and actually pull it off, then they will probably be one of the most impressive console companies this generation.
hmm, yeah. Oh, well,
Because
all
if
that
you look at
sounds.
what Nintendo's done, they've done that essentially with the new Nintendo 3DS and the Nintendo
No, but they
3DS.
dropped it. No, they did it with the DSi as well. They
Yeah,
dropped it.
then they immediately dropped the new Nintendo 3DS and just started
Uh,
making games on the 3DS.
yeah, and they didn't drop the old one. They dropped the new one.
Yeah, they dropped a new one. It's like the complete
Yeah.
reverse. They could do it either way with this one, and if Microsoft can manage to keep that up, then more power to them.
Well,
That would be a fantastic thing to work for them.
this Project Scorpio kind of sounds like similar to all the rumors that we've heard for PlayStation Neo.
Yeah.
And just thought that next year we're gonna have 3 consoles really: the NX, this, and
And
the
whatever
Neo.
the PS4 shows.
Yeah, because we know Neo is not gonna be at this year's E3.
They'll probably
Uh,
talk about it or something.
Yeah, I mean they'll have to talk about it because Microsoft
Yeah.
talked about theirs.
They showed their hand, so
Yeah,
Sony has to keep up or they're going to lose this E3.
Oh yeah.
Because
They're gonna spend a lot of time
everything
during
that
E3.
Xbox showed, they showed everything that everyone wanted.
Yeah.
Xbox did
They focus-
Xbox did a great job this year. I'm
They
really
focus
impressed
more
by
on
them.
games. They focus
Yeah.
more on games and less on entertainment like past years,
Yeah,
which is great.
they still talked about entertainment and everything. Like they talked about the community expansions and everything, like the looking for group, the tournaments, all that. It's
Yeah.
um
No, but remember last year, the past 3 conferences from them, they focused a lot more on
yeah, they
let's say,
focused on
things
trying to-
that we didn't want. Like
Yeah, they focused
Kinect.
on,
They
they-
focused on
yeah.
like X1, the X1 guide
Yeah, they
on Xbox
they
One, all that. TV
they talked
features.
about they talked about all of the things that the Xbox could do instead of focusing on
In games.
on what people wanted from the Xbox One, which was games.
Yeah. And that's why Sony kept beating them on
Yeah.
conferences, because all of Sony's conferences, probably the last one where they like screwed up was that Wonder Book conference. Remember? Where
Yeah.
They spent like 30 minutes talking about Wonder Book
Oh yeah, yeah,
and nothing happened with it.
yeah. They made one game with it and it flopped.
Yeah, and apparently Wonder Book was supposed to be a platform,
Yeah,
kind of like kind of like a PlayStation Move.
The PlayStation Move
So
is still a thing though. Like there are still
yeah,
games
well,
that use it.
it died though pretty quick too.
Yeah, yeah.
And now it's only coming back because of PlayStation VR.
I think regardless, it's going to be pretty exciting. And since we're on the topic of VR, I hope you realize that Fallout 4 is getting VR support. People are going to mod Skyrim to have VR support with the special edition.
Oh yeah.
So Xbox One is probably going to be the other platform people are going to use for to play VR. That isn't PC.
Yeah.
So Sony has to really. Sony has a lot of things to show that they can keep up with. Like they have to keep up with VR. They have to keep up with 4K resolution gaming. They have to keep. They have to find something. They have to have an ace in the hole. Otherwise, they will lose this conference to Microsoft because Microsoft did phenomenally this time.
Yeah. So let's try to wrap this post show up. So what would you rate this conference out of 10?
I would give it an 8, an 8.5 easily.
8? Okay.
They had some pacing issues like towards the middle where I really didn't know what they were doing. But they did show everything everyone wanted. They showed plenty of games from plenty of genres, and in particular, they did focus primarily on games that had the Xbox Play Anywhere option, which is a fantastic thing. Like they're pushing Windows 10 support as well as Xbox One, and that is a great thing that they did.
Mm-hmm. I would go for an 8.
Yeah,
I liked it. I was entertained throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm excited for stuff that they announced.
Yeah.
Especially, well, the only complaint that I have about this is that they didn't focus on Cuphead. But hey.
Well, I mean, we know plenty about Cuphead. I think is the thing.
Well, I want the release date. That's the thing. That's the thing I wanted.
It looks like they're getting close to wrapping development.
Yeah.
So, Cuphead is the only reason you own an Xbox One.
Yep, that is. Even though I can play it on PC, but I mean,
you got an Xbox One just for it.
Yeah, I don't play games on PC, so I would rather get the Xbox that I could play that and other exclusives.
Yep.
Like ReCore, I'm excited for ReCore.
ReCore is looking pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a Gears type of person. I do have those games. But...
Gears is a fantastic co-op game. Like I love playing Gears with friends because it's like that kind of bro-op mode kind of thing. It's pretty good. It's pretty good time with friends.
Mm-hmm. And then Halo. I have the Halo games, but
Halo Wars. I mean, it's open beta, so you might as well give Halo Wars 2 a shot.
Well, I need Xbox Live. I don't have Xbox Live.
Oh yeah, that's true. Also, you'd have to get on the Xbox store, and it's almost impossible right now. Everyone's trying to get the Xbox, trying to get into the open beta.
Yeah. Yeah. There's games that I'm really excited for that are just exclusive to Xbox One.
Yep.
So I'm happy with I'm happy that I have my Xbox One and that I don't have to wait till Scorpio. I'm definitely not gonna buy the Xbox One S.
If I didn't get an Xbox One, I would be getting the Xbox One S.
Oh yeah. Yeah, same here.
But I mean, I don't see a point right now. What I do want, I want to get a custom goddamn Xbox One controller.
Yeah, the controller.
The Xbox One controller, I would make a custom controller. Like I would absolutely 100% make a custom controller because I know what I want out of an Xbox One controller. Like this, this is pretty. This is nice, very pretty. But I still want to make my own controller because it's awesome that you can make your own controller with its own style. I love that idea. Mm-hmm. You no longer have to send this controller into someone to get it modded to like hack it apart and make like custom shells and everything. You can just ask Xbox or Microsoft to be like, "Hey, can I get one in purple?" They'd be like, "Sure. Here's $80 plus shipping." Yeah. I think that's perfectly fine. I could always use another controller.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I want to get a custom controller.
Oh, and then the Xbox One S. So that won't have a dedicated Kinect port. So if you want to use Kinect for that, you have to buy an adapter, a USB adapter.
Well, I don't have a Kinect is the thing.
So yeah, I'm
interested in seeing how Cortana works with Xbox One.
Oh yeah, and they have Cortana on Xbox on the Xbox One now. And they added communities to Xbox.
Yeah, communities. Also, I'm more interested in Arena, which is like the custom tournaments. Mode.
Yeah. Yeah. They added. This conference was really good. Yeah. So anything more to add before we take a break from streaming?
Yeah, I mean, we have an hour until the next stream. I'm going to look and see how much it's going to cost to get a custom controller.
All right. But when is
Ubisoft is
Ubisoft's
at
again?
1. So we'll start at 12:30 in an hour.
Okay, let's take a break because we need to go. We need to go on and edit the posts and add videos and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then hopefully there's another crew that can be on here.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. All right, then we'll be back in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
See y'all soon.